Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Prajajanarandana Yashodanandana Prajajanarandana Yamunatira Yamunatira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Prajajanarandana Yashodanandana Prajajanarandana Yamunatira Yamunatira Jai Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jai Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dita Sangha Jaya Gura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Dita Sangha Jaya Gura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dita Sangha Jaya Gura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Dita Sangha Jaya Gura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Divine Grace ISKCON Pandacharya Jagat Guru Esi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Parivajagacharya Astochara Sutta Srimadi Divine Grace and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki Namo Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Prem Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakti Vrinda ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Shamakun Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki Jai. Vrindavandam ki Jai. Mathura ki Jai. Navadvip Mayapur ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham ki Jai. Yamuna Mai ki Jai, Ganges Mai ki Jai, Tulasi Devi ki Jai, Bhakti Devi ki Jai, Tamaveta Bhakti Vrinda ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande, O glorious assembled devotees, O glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees, glory to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prithya Vadasimati Bodhicitta Shanadamasti Krishna Prasitan Gaura Karana Sakti Bhakti Chutitinana Om Gyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Chalakayan Chakshu Militan Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Caitanya Mano Vishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Yuta Parakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitantam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagano Lalita Sri Visakanpitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapakanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prisabhana Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you. Reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, chapter 14, Lord Chaitanya's childhood pastimes. This morning we read to text 29, and Prabhupada gave a very lengthy purport to it. I want to repeat it. Mati deha mati bhakshya de kaha vichari avichare deha dosa ki valite pari. This body is a transformation of death, and the eatables are also a transformation of death. Please reflect upon this. You are blaming me without consideration. What can I say? Chaitanya is talking to his mother. Prabhupada said in a purport, this is an explanation of the Mayavad philosophy, which takes everything to be one. The necessities of the body, namely eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, are all unnecessary in spiritual life. When one is elevated to the spiritual platform, there are no more bodily necessities, and in activities pertaining to the bodily necessities, there are no spiritual considerations. In other words, the more we eat, sleep, have sex, and try to defend ourselves, the more we engage in material activities. Unfortunately, Mayavadi philosophers consider devotional activities to be bodily activities. Very unfortunate. They cannot understand the simple explanation in Bhagavad Gita 14:26. Mam chayu vyabhicharina bhakti yogana sevate sagunan samai titaitan brahma puyaya kalpate. Anyone who engages in spiritual devotional service without motivation, rendering such service for the satisfaction of the Lord, is elevated immediately to the spiritual platform, and all his activities are spiritual. Brahma Bhuyaya refers to Brahman spiritual activities. Although Mayavadi philosophers are very eager to merge into the Brahman effulgence, they have no Brahman activities. To a certain extent, they recommend Brahman activities, which for them means engagement in studying the Vedanta and Sankhya philosophies, but their interpretations are dry speculation. Lacking the varieties of spiritual activity, they cannot stay for long on that platform. Platform of simply studying Vedanta or Sankhya philosophy. Life is meant for varieties of enjoyment. The living entity is by nature full of an enjoying spirit, as stated in the Vedanta Sutra. Ananda Mayobhya Sat. In devotional service, the activities are variegated and full of enjoyment. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 9.2, all devotional activities are easy to perform, sukham kartum, and eternal and spiritual, abhyayam. Since Mayavadi philosophers cannot understand this, they take it for granted that the devotees' activities, Saravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada, Sevanam, etc., are all material and are therefore Maya. They also consider Krishna's advent in this universe and his activities to be Maya. Therefore, because they consider everything Maya, they are known as Mayavadis. Everything is Maya, including themselves. They are also Maya. Yeah, that's what it means. They are Maya. Not everything, but they are Maya. Actually, any activities performed favorably for the satisfaction of the Lord under the direction of the spiritual master are spiritual. But for a person to disregard the order of the spiritual master and act by concoction, accepting his nonsensical activities to be spiritual, is Maya. One must achieve the favor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the mercy of the spiritual master. Therefore, one must first please the spiritual master, and if he is pleased, then we should understand that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is also pleased. But if the spiritual master is displeased by our actions, they are not spiritual. Srila Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakura confirms this. Jasya prasadat bhagavad prasado. Jasya prasadan nagati kutopi. Activities that please the spiritual master must be considered spiritual, and they should be accepted as satisfying to the Lord. Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu, as the supreme spiritual master, instructed his mother about the Mayavad philosophy by saying that the body is dead and eatables are also dead. He implied that everything is Maya. This is Mayavad philosophy. This philosophy of the Mayavadis is defective because it maintains that everything is Maya. But the nonsense they speak. While saying that everything is Maya, the Mayavadi philosopher loses the opportunity of devotional service, and therefore his life is doomed. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore advised, Mayavadi Bhashya Sunile Haya Sarva Nas. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 6, text 169. If one accepts the Mayavad philosophy, his advancement is doomed forever. Hare Krishna. That is the end of Srila Prabhupada's purport to text 29 of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 14, entitled Lord Chaitanya Childhood Pastimes. This particular person Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. He said that the things Vrindavan Das Thakura has elaborately described, he will not speak much about it. He only gave some introduction. So Vrindavan Das Thakura described it very effectively, very elaborately in his book Caitanya. Caitanya? No. Caitanya Bhagavat. So in Caitanya Bhagavat, Lord Jagannath Mishra has just lost his lustrous son, Sankaranya. Sankaranya is initiation. He took sannyas and left. So Jagannath Mishra was feeling very disturbed. And then they noticed that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was studying the scriptures very scrutinizingly. What will be the end? He's going to follow his brother's footsteps. So Jagannath Mishra became afraid, and he had a dream he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with daughter Charity and Prabhu Mukunda, and all of them, they were in kirtan. He saw his head was shaven and he carried danda. The next morning he woke up, he was completely disturbed. So he was very sad. Everything is leaving me. What to do? All my 9 daughters gone. The only one boy gone. The second one, the last one, which is the last hope, that by seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with lotus face, okay, there's nothing to lose. But this one, lotus ready, is sufficient. Now, there's a sign that he's also living. So, living means everything is finished. Therefore, stop him from studying this. When he discussed it with Sachimata said, my dear husband, this is not possible because nowadays is a center of education. It is a center of education. So Sachimata, who is going to give his daughter to illiterate man? Huh? There's no need for us to stop him. Let him might go to school. He knows nothing but his books. Let him study. Jagannath Mishra said, you are just talking foolishly. You're talking. Don't you see my own life? Am I eating because of education? What are you talking? Look at my own life. Stop this nonsense. From now, this boy should not go to school again. I don't mind. I will take care of him. So concluding that, he called me my dear boy, from today, you are liberated from studies. Don't worry yourself. Stay at home. Don't study. Chaitanya didn't say anything. He kept quiet. After a few days, he started acting like this. Mother Sachi gave him prasad. He went and climbed on the broken pot which we use in cooking all along. The broken ones they throw away. Then we went and climbed and sat on top there. Hey, other ladies said, hey, what is this? So they ran to Sachimata. See your son, contaminated. When she came and saw Nimai sitting there, what? You are doing this? The time I was, so what's the difference? What is the difference? You gave me dead, I'm sitting on dead. What's the problem? They're all the same. After all, see, this pot were used in cooking for Krishna. You are making offense by thinking they're ordinary. How can you say they're ordinary? It's contaminated. How? This pot that we use in cooking for Krishna, be careful with Krishna pot. The time we're speaking. The earthen pot, they're already broken. But the time I would say they were used in cooking for Krishna. They are transcendental. And you're telling me that I'm contaminated by sitting on top? What is the problem? After all, what you did is not contamination. What you're telling me is not contamination. Such a matter said, my dear boy, please get down quickly before your father comes down. Nima said, I'm not going to get down from here. Whatever I want to do, you can do. I'm not going to get down from here. Only until you allow me to go to school. I'm not going to get down from here. Go to any place, go to anybody. I saw that Nima was adamant. He is not going to get down. Very stubborn. So all other ladies, they started chastising Sachimat. We are forcing our children to go to school. We are forcing our children to go to school. Yeah, own boy went to school, want to go, and you stop him. What a misfortune. Who gave you this idea? Eh? Who is that demon that gave you this kind of suggestion? Eh? What is this? Allow this boy to go to school. Nima was happy. He was happy. Was happy. Tell her. I'm not going to get down from here until he was convinced by his parent. Jagannath Mishra came and they were reporting the same thing. That Nimai, he is not going to give up that place he's sitting until he is allowed to go to school. So Jagannath Mishra was very sad that he had disturbed his boy like this and promised him, today you resume your school. Then Nimai came down from there. So Vrindavan Dasa could have described it elaborately. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he always spoke about it for small. As astonished that the child was speaking Mayavad philosophy, Mother Sati replied, who has taught you this philosophical speculation that justifies eating dirt? Replying to the Mayavad idea of the child philosopher, Mother Sati said, my dear boy, if we eat earth transformed into green, our body is nourished and it becomes strong. But if we eat dirt and eat crude state, the body becomes diseased instead of nourished, and thus it is destroyed. In a water pot, which is a transformation of dirt, I can bring water very easily. But if I pour water on a lump of dirt, the lump will soak up the water, and my labor will be useless. The Lord replied to his mother, why did you conceal self-realization by not teaching me this practical philosophy in the beginning? Now that I can understand this philosophy, no more shall I eat dirt. Whenever I am hungry, I shall suck your breast and drink your breast milk. After saying this, the Lord, smiling slightly, climbed on the lap of his mother and sucked her breast. Thus, under various excuses, the Lord exhibited his opulences as much as possible in his childhood. And later, after exhibiting such opulences, he hid himself. On one occasion, the Lord ate the food of a Brahmana guest 3 times. And later, in confidence, the Lord delivered that Brahmana from material engagement. In his childhood, the Lord was taken away by 2 thieves outside his home. The Lord, however, got up on the shoulders of the thieves While they were thinking that they were safely carrying the child to rob his ornament, the Lord misled them, and thus, instead of going to their own home, the thieves came back to the home of Jagannath Mishra, pretending to be sick. The Lord asked some food from the house of Hiranya and Jagadish on the Kadasi day. These are different persons, also elaborately described in Caitanya Bhagavat. So this Brahmana came, Prabhupada narrated in purport. The story of the deliverance of the Brahmana is as follows. A Brahmana who was touring all over the country, traveling from one place of pilgrimage to another, reached Navadvip and became a guest in the house of Jagannath Mishra. Jagannath Mishra gave him all ingredients for cooking, and the Brahmana prepared his food. He does not eat food cooked by somebody. He cooked the food he wants to eat by himself. And he offered to his deity, that is what he eats. That is how he eats. I know His Holiness Krishna Goswami also does that. All his food he cooks himself and eats himself. Nobody cooks for him. I've been thinking about it. Yeah, Bill Krishna Goswami, he's a proper disciple. He's still living. All the narrations we are hearing, he narrated. He cooked his food himself. He never eat anything cooked by somebody else. Like this Brahmana. When the Brahmana was offering the food to Lord Vishnu in meditation, Chalnimai came before him and began to eat it. And because of this, Brahmana thought the whole offering had been spoiled. Therefore, by the request of Jagannath Mishra, he cooked for a second time. But when he was meditating, the child again came before him and began to eat the food, again spoiling the offering. By the request of Jagannath Mishra, the Brahmana cooked for the third time. When the Brahmana cooked the first time and Nimai came and ate it, the Brahmana refused. Jagannath Mishra came with the cane. He wanted to beat Nimai. Nimai ran. The Brahmana stopped him. He said, Jagannath Mishra, you are a pandit and you want to build a child. The child intelligence has not developed yet. So what is the importance of beating? What correction will you give to a child? The intelligence is not developed yet. Correction is given to a person when intelligence can handle it. If you teach a fool something, he cannot benefit. If you teach an intelligent person something, he will benefit. So knowledge is given to somebody who who can use it. Otherwise, it's like giving pearls to a swine or giving a cloth to a monkey. What will the monkey do with the cloth? He will tear it, right? So, if you give knowledge to ignorant fools, they will not use it. It does not make any sense. It is not meaning. You don't use it, it doesn't make sense at all. They say you are speaking to a deaf ear. Is it not? You are speaking to a deaf ear means you are speaking to a fool. He cannot use knowledge. He cannot apply it. So, the Brahmana told Jagannath Mishra, please don't do this. Leave the boy. He's a child. Jagannath Mishra was very angry. Hearing the Brahmana was speaking so nicely, convincingly, so he stopped. But the second time he said, no, I cannot tolerate this. So you think I'm a fool? You think I'm a fool? You are my son, and your duty is to disgrace me? Do you think like that? I'm a disciple, I should not disgrace my guru by my whimsical activity. Do we think like that? That's what it means to be a disciple or to be a son. A son should represent the father. Disciples should represent the guru. It's not just to change the name. We should change our activities, we should change our behavior. By the training, the guru is giving some bandagyan, knowledge. The guru is giving knowledge to take us away from ignorance. We should be receptive to the knowledge which is being given as a disciple. The citizen represents the king. So we should behave properly. Jagannath says, so you think I'm a fool? You're my son, I am misbehaving, you're not behaving properly. People are going to see me through you. Is it not? The guru is seen through the disciples. Our activities go to the guru. Did not enter my head because of what? Ignorance. Yes, a knowledgeable person will hear and change. A foolish person will not hear and not change because nothing has entered. So we can go on and on and on and on and be speaking, but it does not enter. But Jagannath Mishra is teaching. How can you do this? How can you do this? They might keep quiet. So they decided that we should take this boy to a different room, lock him inside, and then the lady will sit outside. So how will you get out? He locked inside, and the ladies are sitting outside. And they decided to do that. And they did. But the Brahmana refused to cook again. Say, look, it's already 2 o'clock, 2 midnight. Is that the proper time for it? Krishna does not want me to eat. Why should I force myself against nature, providence? By the way, this is not my nature. I don't eat regularly. Sometimes I eat something, sometimes, but not regularly. Eating this thing, it is not my normal activity. So providence doesn't want me to eat today. Why should I force myself? Look at the time. Jagannath Mishra said, it is not a problem for you to cook again, please. And then at that time, Vishwarupa came. Yeah, that's the name I was looking for. Vishwarupa came in, and when the Brahmana saw Vishwarupa, this is Vishnu. Whose son is this? Jagannath Mishra's son. So we are fortunate to have a boy like this. He was mesmerized by Vishwarupa's spiritual qualities. He is Nityananda Prabhu directly. Sankarayana is Balaram. So he came two forms. He came as Sankaranya and he also came as Nityananda, the same person. He appeared to Jagannath Mishra, he also appeared to Hadai Pandit, the same person, just like he did in Krishna Lila. He first of all entered the womb of Devaki and then went to the womb of Rohini. In Chaitanya Lila, he did the same thing. This he do directly, personally. He first of all came as Vishwarupa, and he came again as Nityananda. When Nityananda appeared in Ekachakra, and it is time for him to leave home and come to join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Vishwarupa came there as an old Brahmana. When he was leaving, Hadai Pandit said, my Lord, What service can I do? See, I'm an old man, I travel alone. I need a servant. Yeah, son is good for me. What a thunderbolt. What kind of request? You're asking for my life. You better take me. I don't want you. It's your son I need. So terrible. So he went to meet his wife. See, devastation has entered our house. What to do? The wife said, well, whatever you decide, it's okay. Yeah, we'll follow that. So he came in and said, okay, what can I do? I cannot say no. Better you take. Itenabu was very, very happy. As soon as he left, they became one. So he's the same person. So he begged the Brahmana, please, cook again. It is a fortune that you have come. So if he did not eat, it's a misfortune. It's a misfortune. Bless us. Your duty is to give blessing to whomever you visit. Please, give us blessing. Although so many inconveniences happen, for our own sake, those who are pure devotees, they are ready to take any inconvenience to help others. Please, cook again. They clean everything. All the ingredients are valuable for cooking. So he agreed because of wonderful explanation. Everything about Sankaranya, Vishwarupa. So he agreed and he cooked again. And then they made this arrangement. Lock him inside. He will stay outside. He will stay here. The key is with us outside. He is locked inside. Who can lock Krishna? Only Madhavendra Puri can lock Krishna up in the heart. So they were sitting outside there. The Brahmana was cooking. As soon as he finished cooking, he put the boga in a plate and brought it to his deity, Gopal. He has a Gopal deity he worshipped. As soon as he set the plate ready for thing, and he wanted to start the prayer, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would put all of them into sleep. Everybody slept. And the door opened. So he came out, like they were all sleeping. See, you want to lock me, see, I locked you now. You can rest here. The same thing he did to Kamsa security guard. Kamsa security guard. They slept soundly. That is called susupti. Susupti is a deep sleep like you are dead. Fully unconscious of anything. If somebody wake you, cannot get up. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did the same thing. He put all of them to sleep. They slept. He opened the door and came out. And he went to the Brahmana. Haya! He boy again, but they're sleeping. Nobody heard him. They're all sleeping. He shouted, nobody could hear him because they're all sleeping. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, my dear friend, what is my fault? You called for me and I came. You are calling the mantra you are chanting, it is me. You didn't recognize me. In the previous life, you cooked for me. I ate your food. And you called again for me. I came to eat your food. What is my fault? He showed him, oh my Lord, I'm very sorry. I forgot. Started praying seriously. So they settled everything among themselves. And Lord Zango told him, please, don't tell anybody this. If you venture me, I will destroy you. Don't say it, just keep it to yourself. Yes. Yes, I will not say. I will not say. I will keep it. So he kept it, didn't mention. But Chaitanya went to his room and the lady started teasing him. Hey Nima, see, this Brahmana, you know where he came from? Do you know who he is? You are eating unknown person's food. You have contaminated yourself now. Chaitanya will say, how is that? I only eat from Brahmanas. So what's my contamination? Eating from Brahmanas, that is how I eat now. I see contamination. But they couldn't recognize, even though he was speaking, he couldn't recognize because he doesn't want them to recognize, to know him. He still covered them. So in this way he performed his pastimes and the Brahmana offered, he didn't cry again. So he ate his food and everything was settled peacefully. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. All right.